fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast. If you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot. Leave now. Run in your safe space. Get your little cloth for your tears. All the opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any local or government agency. How about that?
Did that motorcycle cop just play like kickball with that motorcycle?
That's what I was thinking he did.
Yeah, I forgot I used the one for regular MOTORCOP and not midweek news, but oh well, it's all the same podcast. Cool. It's all the same podcast.
Hey, everybody, welcome in.
Welcome all.
Yeah,
how you doing over there, Holstera?
Still unknown. I don't know why you are unknown, Robert. We know who you are now. So.
Yeah, no, I see it now. Unknown user, that's funny shit.
It's going good. We have, of course, you see in the background here what's going on with the school shooting stuff. We're definitely going to be
Jim Norton
talking about that tonight in Texas. A lot of it. I did have a picture I want to put up real quick. Everybody knows Holstera over here has right here. I don't know why I'm lagging. They're not, but I am. Holstera over here is he bought a Camaro recently. You know, I happened to run across a picture of him refueling his Camaro.
Oh God!
You know, was taken over in there in Pasco County. You know. We really need to talk to Holstera about his refueling his Camaro, but this was the picture of him at the gas station locally.
Robert,
right.
That Jim Norton dude is goofy looking as hell. That's offensive.
That's Holstera refilling his Camaro at.
I can't see it.
At the gas station. I think we would prefer you to have your yogurt pants on instead of the schoolgirl miniskirt Holstera.
I bet he gets so much air.
I mean, does you know what you would look better in with while you're wearing your outfit there?
You know,
if you'd put one in like horsetail butt plugs in, you would.
That's a bitchin' Camaro.
Jared says you have a sweet ass, and
well, first of all, we all know that
Sanders.
Mustang drivers dress like that, not Camaro drivers.
Hello, Sarah. Yes, that's Holstera. So if you see him out in Pasco County over there, if
Aaron,
you're in Florida,
are you referring to the car or to Holstera?
I couldn't help myself. I had to do that to you, buddy.
I wish I had that guy's figure. I'd probably rock some high heels. I don't know.
Oh my God! Stop it!
Tan in bed for sure.
Just stop.
Anyway, I don't know if she's listening, but either way, I want to go ahead and congratulate my daughter on. She's just 16 and she's graduating high school tomorrow. It's her graduation.
Outstanding. Congratulations!
Oh hell yeah!
Congratulations to our little rat jersey.
Yep, my little favorite rat.
It's a good thing. So we're gonna start out. Of course, it's not a funny story. I do have a lot of stories on here that are not funny tonight like we usually do, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah. It's part of the job.
Yes, it is part of the job. So we're going to start out. I did put some pictures up. We'll look at them. Unfortunately, that these are the children and two of the teachers that got murdered.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Texas.
Holstera has a butt plug. Nice.
What? I feel like I would know that.
Well, Jared said you did.
But these are the pictures of the children here and the teachers.
The two teachers.
The two teachers that got murdered by this just piece of shit guy.
We're not mentioning his name or showing his picture.
Well, I'm about to pull up a screen share.
Okay, maybe.
So,
I hate that this happened. They could have been stopped by the SRO before he even entered the building.
Yep.
That's, I'm so pro law enforcement, and I absolutely hate Monday morning quarterbacking. But a school resource officer, you have a job. Your one job is to protect those children. And for whatever reason, he interacted with the guy holding an AR-15 and allowed him to enter the building. If I was ever on scene and witnessed a individual trying to enter any type of school with an AR-15, I'm going to drop him. I don't understand that. And then they said they had to wait for backup to go in. Since Columbine, we've had a policy pretty much across the United States. I know we did here that it didn't matter. First on scene, first to go in.
That's exactly right.
That's how we train out here also. I've been to.
Right, so it's not that different.
School shooting scenario trainings, and you never wait for backup.
And like you said, I don't even want to. We don't know what was happening outside the building, but he should have never been allowed access inside at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
you got
totally agree with that.
19 babies and 2 adults.
Was a door
are
left
dead.
unlocked?
I don't know. I don't know any of the details about that.
Because I know a lot of schools like you go to,
Now I do know
you walk in the front door, they might have like a little vestibule area, but you got to get buzzed in to the main school. You just can't walk in.
Well, a lot of these older schools, and,
I don't know.
All right, just let's start off.
I'm trying not to get fired.
Yeah, or get us kicked off of social media.
Yeah, that too.
It says what we know so far about Salvador Ramos, the suspected. He ain't suspected. He did it. The Texas school shooter here, and this is him right here with his I don't know what the fuck is, duck face or something. Anyway, he was an 18-year-old gunman, and we're not going to, who allegedly, no, he did it. He shot and killed 19 school children and 2 adults at a Texas elementary school. Said he sent some cryptic message to some stranger about it. He says, I'm about to, just hours before he opened fire on the children. He said,
Robert would be the first one to tell you. Facebook's usually the first one on the planet to snatch you up for making comments like that on here.
He, because at least he was killed during the shooting. I don't know what the. No, I do want to say this, that there's some.
It's a Spanish Michael Jackson. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, but there's some other pictures circulating out there showing him like supposedly dressed in drag. Before we started this today, I went and tried to fact check it as much as I could, and I couldn't find anything saying that was him. They had a lot of places saying that wasn't him. So I'm not bringing those pictures up since nobody can.
Exactly,
That's
Jared.
right, Jared.
What the hell did I just do?
But needless to say, the ICE officer that was nearby and heard the call go out immediately parked his vehicle, ran into the school without backup, and ended the threat after taking rounds.
John Steele right here, it said he shot a 66-year-old grandmother before driving to the school.
Yeah, apparently from what I'm understanding is he crashed out at the school.
Well, there's
near
a
the
picture,
school
yeah. I guess it says the evening manager at a Wendy's where he worked at said he kept to himself a lot because, most crazy people like that are loners. He felt like the quiet type, the one who doesn't say much. He didn't really socialize with other employees, that he just worked, got paid, and came in and got his check.
So they probably were like, I'm not going to really worry about him because he's just
because
a quiet
he don't.
type.
Yeah.
He just keeps to himself, so he's fine. You're right, Jared. He is a hero.
Some woman said that it seemed like he had an aggressive streak, that he would be very rude towards the girls sometimes, and one of the cooks threatening them by asking, "Do you know who I am?" And he would also send inappropriate texts to ladies. The former coworker told the Daily Beast on a condition of anonymity. At the park, there would be videos of him trying to fight people with boxing gloves. He'd take them around with him, she said. So this dude obviously was suffering from some kind of the mental issues. Obviously, that's not an excuse. I think this is pictures of the rifles that he owned, I believe.
Looks like an AR-10.
I guess some magazines. Of course they are gonna try to come after. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But
I thought it was really weird that everybody covering it while it was happening said that it was a handgun.
Well, yeah, everybody kept saying he's got a handgun and possibly a rifle.
He had handguns too, I believe. This is just talking about. He said he was going to repost pictures of his gun. What do you got? I mean, he just messaged somebody randomly.
I agree, Vince. He needed something brutal. That's for sure.
Well, I hope it was painful when they did shoot him.
Oh, yeah, because he got hit with a 45. So, I'm assuming it didn't happen quickly.
Of course, these are pictures of some of the parents and stuff like that, lost their kids.
They were saying that there was fathers breaking out windows to get their kids out of the windows and stuff. There's so much different information that's out there.
It was so fluid that it was full of misinformation.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Said he bought the rifles legally he bought a pair of semi-automatic rifles on May 17th and 20th, just after turning 18 years old on May 16th from the Oasis Outback in the hunting store in that town. So he bought 375 rounds of 5.56 ammunition. I'm surprised he found that many rounds of ammunition because ammunition's hard to come by. So he barricaded himself inside the fourth grade classroom and proceeded to shoot the teachers and children to the other side. I've read and heard different things where they actually had to get DNA from some of the parents to swab the children to identify the children. So,
oh God!
Yeah. If anybody don't understand what I'm saying with that, it means they were shot
it's gonna be a closed
bad
casket.
that they were unrecognizable. They were so damaged. So
I not only feel bad for the families as well as the children. I feel sorry for the emergency first responders that had to witness that situation. Absolutely. That's some of the things we all talk about PTSD and stuff like that. Some of the most haunting shit has to do with babies.
The very first homicide I ever worked as a detective was a 4-year-old that got ran over on Mother's Day, and he was still under the vehicle when I arrived on the scene.
Yeah. See, shit like that. When we close our eyes at night, that's what we see,
exactly.
And it's terrible.
It reportedly had an argument with his grandmother over his failure to graduate from high school because he's an idiot. He shot his grandma. I think he shot his grandma in the face or something like that.
He did, and then the mom ran across the street and called 911.
This is grandma, picture of her right there. Let's see what else.
Yeah, Jared, I agree with you.
The governor's grandpa claims he didn't know about the guns. The grandpa, 72 years old, said he was unaware that his grandson had purchased the two rifles or that they were in the house. Being a convicted felon, it is illegal for the grandpa to live in a house where firearms are present. I didn't know he had weapons. If I had known, I would have reported it. This picture of the grandpa here. I wonder what grandpa was convicted of. Sometimes stuff don't fall far from the tree, right?
What's the name on it? Reyes.
He had no criminal history or mental health problems. The teen gunman had no known criminal or mental health history. The gunman was 18 years old, reportedly a high school dropout. Governor Abbott said reportedly he had no criminal history at all. He may have had a juvenile record, but of course, how we know those are always sealed up, and nobody can get to him. He said he also had no known history of any mental issues, adding that the only information that was known in advance was posted by the governor on Facebook shortly before the violence. His first post, which posted approximately 30 minutes before he reached the school, was about wanting to shoot his grandma, the governor said. About 15 minutes later, he then posted about going to shoot in elementary school. So he gave no pre-warning whatsoever. He didn't, of course, I don't think he had any friends, but this was just like no pre-warnings whatsoever. Ramos's friend, I guess he had one friend, Santios Valdez Jr., said that the two had been close, playing video games and basketball regularly until his friend's behavior began to deteriorate. At one point, he recounted Ramos showed up at a park with scratch marks across his face and said he had been attacked by a cat. He had cat scratch fever. Then he told me the truth, that he had cut his own face with knives over and over again. That's definitely some mental issues
so let's
right
not
there.
Alert anybody.
Well, he's an 18-year-old kid. He's not going to,
his buddy up.
Well, he was extremely violent. There's other stories that talk about literally it seemed like every single day he was in a fist fight at school. That's one of the reasons they said he dropped out.
Any idea how long of a time gap there was
Well,
from the time his mom called?
Seems like it's only like 15 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, from what I understand, it was like the incident at the school was shortly after 12:30 or something.
Yeah, I mean, it was all close.
Yeah, it was within 30 minutes because they said that he shot his grandmother and left the house.
Went straight towards the school.
And about 15 minutes later, he wrecked. And then 15 minutes after that, he was inside of the school shooting. But apparently, Mom was also injured, and she ran across the street and called 911 at their house asking for help. So if it was like the second he left, then essentially, I mean, within seconds, they had a 30-minute heads up how they wouldn't, lock all the schools down. I mean, around here, if a duck farts, they're like, the school's locked down. Can't get your kid.
His friend said he last interacted with him just 2 hours before the attack at the elementary school. The two messaged on Instagram where Valdez reshared a meme that said, "Why the fuck is school still open?" according to the Washington Post, which reported that Ramos replied, "Facts, and that's good though, right?" Valdez reportedly wrote, "I don't even know, and I don't even go to school," laughing my ass off. But Ramos never responded to the message or even opened it. He said, "There's a picture of the vehicle. I don't know what the hell he hit to rip 3 of the tires off," it looks like.
Looks like that guardrail right there. Probably went off the road and slammed into the culvert.
He definitely ran into stuff. I ain't heard about any bolos or anything that was on them yet. I'm sure more stuff's going to come out.
I mean, that accident would have caused some noise.
Yeah. Valdez said him and Ramos used to drive around with another kid and shoot people at random with a BB gun, and also egg people's cars. So they were both bad little.
Well, I mean,
bastards.
egging people's cars, but you could still be charged with a drive-by for using a BB gun.
That's just telling ourselves why we do that.
Of course, Ramos. They say Ramos had been bullied throughout middle school and junior high for a speech impediment, a stutter, and a lisp, according to the Washington Post.
He was also known to say "tee" from time to time.
Cousin Mia said she saw students mocking his impediment during middle school, where he tried to first ignore the bullying, but then told his grandma that he didn't want to go back to school. He wasn't very much of a social person after being bullied for the stutter. Said a lot of people that stutter are quiet because they don't want to talk. I got some friends now that are in law enforcement that, couple of them have stutters, and if they get excited a certain way, they'll stutter more than other time. And we got one of them I like to pick on about it because that's just what we do.
He also had a really good friend named Annie, and he always asked her if she was okay. Just saying. Annie, are you okay?
Did you know?
He said allegedly he shot his grandmother before heading over to the school at 11:42 on a Tuesday. Anyway, that's that part of it. This piece of shit right here is just a straight up piece of shit.
He's where he belongs. Gates of hell.
He is. Go back to the main menu.
I really don't want to see his picture again.
Now this next one is the motel room. You want me to read it?
What do you mean the motel room?
What's
up, Billy?
The Alabama people that helped escape.
He's going to the next story.
Oh no, we're not finished with this story yet.
Oh.
First, I want to talk about how our great sleeper in chief,
Joe Hayden.
More gun control.
Joe Hayden is on that. He addressed the stuff, and of course, think political podcast, but this is part of the story. Joe Biden did not waste a step on jumping right on in here to make it try to be political. Of course, it says a somber and angry Joe Biden. A sleepy and medicated Joe Biden. He didn't mourn nothing because he don't know what's going on.
Well, I can tell you right now, when Governor Abbott was doing a live stream talking to the general public, along with all the public service people and everything, they had somebody rush the stage that said the exact same thing and was trying to make it political. And
that was Beto.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah, they told him he's a stupid son of a bitch.
They ran him out. Says, as a nation, Biden says, as a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name do we?
I'm sorry, but when's the last time your duty weapon jumped out of your holster by itself and shot somebody?
Last weekend.
Okay, well, that happens in Pasco, sorry. But for real,
guns don't kill people.
I'm so over that.
Do.
You know what? The problem is this is Texas, which they're pretty liberal on their guns. But if you look, all the big states with this freaking gun laws that are like crazy. California, Chicago, Illinois, New York, places that it's so damn difficult to even think about owning a gun. Look at their murder rate. Look at their murder rates.
That's why I use a spoon. Damn forks.
I'm just saying, look what their murder rates are.
Yeah.
The problem is
I don't know. Louisiana's murder rate's pretty fucking.
Oh, dude, Baton Rouge and New Orleans are running neck and neck right now.
The problem is in those big places though.
Hey, Billy.
The bad guys don't care about the laws. They're going to get guns regardless.
Right.
Bad guys anyway don't care about laws. They wouldn't be bad guys.
The legal people don't have guns because it's so hard for them to get.
The only way you stop a bad man with a gun is with a good man with a gun.
Yeah. No, the reason people it's McDonald's fault. People get fat. It's people that make chicken nuggets.
Even the good Lord knew he had to arm his angels because you don't fight evil with hopes and fucking dreams.
Hey, how did Cain kill Abel?
Knife.
With a rock.
Oh, I thought it was a knife.
It was a rock.
But Biden, of course, had to go make it political. You know, they're going to try to, they keep talking about, but not gun reform, but
I can't.
Background checks and all that crap like that. I mean, they already have background checks. Well, this dude didn't have a background. It wouldn't have done nothing anyway.
It wouldn't have popped up.
So
there would have been no flag because there's nothing in his background.
Yeah.
All right, but no. The next part, somebody want to read about the true hero of that story there.
Let's see.
The Border Patrol guy.
Yeah, the ICE officer.
I'm trying to get to it.
He's also a member of DHS's SWAT team.
All right, so details are still unfolding about the nation's latest mass shooting brought tragedy to an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, as of Wednesday morning, yada, yada, yada. Abbott said the gunman was likely killed by responding officers, and we now know that a Border Patrol agent is credited with dealing the fatal shot. According to the Examiner, the agent rushed into Robb Elementary School without waiting for backup, found the gunman hiding behind a barricade, and fatally shot him. The agent was working nearby when the gunman began shooting, according to the AP. The unnamed agent was injured, but was able to walk out of the school. An anonymous law enforcement source told the Examiner. Border Patrol sources also confirmed the agent is a member of the agency's elite tactical team called BORTAC. So the agent's leg was hurt, and it's unclear if the agent was shot or if he was struck by shrapnel.
But he was able to walk out.
That's right. He's a hero.
Well, thank God
about a hot nut award tonight, but he definitely gets about a big old glass of bourbon.
Thank God that man was there.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is if it would have been 15 minutes earlier when the SRO spotted him, This should have never got to this point.
I don't want to make assumptions yet because on the SRO, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt for right now. But if anything comes out, and I've heard different stuff from people, there's some people up in that area and stuff. But I'm not gonna make any assumptions right now. Give the benefit of the doubt. But if it comes out that all this was going on and he was waiting for backup and did not enter that school, he should definitely, if not catch any type of charges, he should never wear a badge again.
Yeah, I've heard, and this is where I'm conflicted because I've heard that they made an encounter with each other outside the building, and then I heard it was inside the building.
Like I said,
so
I don't know yet. Like I said, we're gonna see because let me tell you what, if he waited, if this man was there, let's say he was there and waited for backup while all these little children and stuff right here were getting
right.
killed.
You're outside hearing the gunshots because if you look at that building,
I don't know how in the hell that man can close his eyes at night and go to sleep with a clean conscience. Well, I'm alive, but you know what? Dude, I'm going to take my chance. I mean, that's what I get paid to do.
I watched the Parkland video from beginning to end with the chief of police for that town. Scott Peterson stood behind a wall for over 30 minutes.
Oh, the one down here?
Yeah. He stood there. The whole time he's standing, and he's saying that he didn't know where the shots were coming from, but the video clearly shows him looking at the building and the window. You can see the glass coming out of the window as the guy's shooting. I mean, so don't. I
mean, it's scary. I mean, I've been in a shooting situation before and stuff like that, and let me tell you what. It's scary. You have to. Anybody who says they're not scared, they're a fucking liar or they're stupid.
Oh, absolutely. But you ask God, to help you out, and you rush the fuck in there.
But that's where we take this job. I
didn't sign up to get killed and stuff, but I didn't sign up to sit back while a whole bunch of children get killed.
No, and being an SRO for the last 3 years, that's what I trained for. That was my biggest fear. I lost sleep at night thinking about all of this, because it's not a matter. Statistically, it's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's a matter of when it's going to happen.
And I know a lot of people say this, that I've been under gunfire before. I know how I'm going to react. Some people, you get in your head, and once it starts cracking off rounds, you never know what's going to go through your head or how you're going to act. So. Well, you just got to wait and see. It'll eventually come out eventually. So
maybe.
No, it's got to. It will. It'll.
Too many people will ask the question. They'll have to answer.
It's just gonna take a while because I don't know. I mean, looking from the picture of this campus, it doesn't look like it's a brand new school.
No, it's like an older school.
So who knows how many CCTV cameras they have on campus. But
I'd bet
again, I'm trying not to get fired here.
All right.
They're going to bulldoze that school, I guarantee it. It'll be like Shady Hook.
Have they started tearing down Parkland yet? Because I know that building where it happened, they've had it fenced off since it happened.
Oh, I don't know.
They were saying that they were going to tear that whole building. I can't remember what the name of that particular building was. But these old schools, dude, you can go through there, and I'm just going to say it. You can find doors that are unsecured all day long.
You're making people want a Sonic slush. What you drinking?
Are they? Hey, look. Hey, buddy. But no, I mean, I have found this more so at my older campuses that the doors, they want to give you we can't put a fence around it because it's going to cost so much money. Just wait till you have to write that check when something like this happens and you have to put all those zeros behind that first number.
Oh, yeah, because make no mistake, there's about to be one hell of a payout. I mean, obviously, no set dollar amount would ever bring back their babies.
No, not at all.
But them not providing the security they should have to those children, that's going to cost the taxpayers some money.
I could talk about this all night long.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next story.
Yes, because I don't want to get us booted.
So, go ahead, old Stare. It's
pretty strange. A motel room that Alabama corrections officer Vicky White and escaped fugitive Casey White turned into their hideout now has a waiting list, reception say.
Did I send that story?
Yeah.
Did I? Okay. I didn't realize it.
What the shit? You got to give me a minute.
Are
that
they
was all
calling
over
it?
showing
Well,
me.
basically,
are they calling it the Love Hut?
They're profiting off the fact that these two people stayed there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, so it's capitalism. I mean, you got people out there that go around and look for stuff like that. I mean, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to dog people for it. I mean, if they can make a buck off of it, let them make some extra money, especially in this economy we have right now. So, I mean, just two dirtbags that stayed there. So, but I guess, you know, somebody wants to say they stayed there, they can say they stayed there. This next one, I didn't write that story down.
Hey, Jojo.
You got it? Or you want me to take it?
You can go ahead. This is the one with the highway?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in Cleveland, Ohio, apparently Cleveland does not rock for the blue. State seeks to remove the thin blue line flag at Leo's Highway Memorial, citing safety concerns.
Right there.
If the flag flies into traffic or causes a crash, the state could be held responsible, said officials with Ohio's Transportation Department.
Oh, fuck. Straight off.
How is that going to, like, be distracting?
Dude, we hit refrigerators and shit in Florida that just fall off of people's trucks.
Hello, we both, here and in Florida, you have to worry about alligators crossing the road. What the state's going to do about that?
Speed bumps.
I mean, what they going to
You run them over, it knocks them out, and then you throw them in the bed of the truck.
I mean, what about people that I know? Some people that fly big flags off the back of their redneck rampages in order. Jeeps.
Hell yeah, I got one flying off my Jeep.
So is that distracting?
It might be distracting, but it looks cool as shit.
Now, apparently, the officer, he's a trooper. No, he's an officer. He was a Cleveland police officer who was struck and killed on the interstate in 2017. Says the issue of the thin blue line flag comes months after the family of David Fahey removed a large wooden sign placed at the memorial post. A spokesman said the agency was unaware that the sign had been replaced by the flag. We don't approve of any permits to attach anything to our property, said an agency spokesperson.
It's not their property. It's the taxpayers' property.
Taxpayers' money.
The plane dealer in the Cleveland.com reached out to Fahey's mother, Jacqueline Curter. To some, the flag is a pro-police statement that grew out of the law and order administration of former President Donald Trump, where supporters pushed a message of Blue Lives Matter. I'm sorry, that flag's been around a lot longer than Donald Trump was president.
Way longer than that.
That's only really been popular about the last 10 years. It was just the thin blue line, which was a black flag with a blue line through the middle.
Yeah.
I agree, JoJo. I find street signs distracting as well.
So are they going to, you know what I find distracting? Them big ass billboards telling me that they'll sue people for me if I get in a crash.
Fahey, 39, was struck on I-90 in January of 2017 while trying to direct traffic following an earlier accident. The driver who struck him, Israel Alvarez, fled the scene. He was later arrested and sentenced to 12 years in prison.
That's it?
He was ordered to never drive again.
Yeah, whatever.
That's going to happen.
Yeah, he's going to.
Where's your towel at?
So you know what I would
smells
do?
like driving under suspension.
Yeah.
I would have paid like one of them graffiti artists to swing off the side of that bridge right there and put the blue line flag in like David Fahey Memorial Bridge or some shit.
Yeah, see the new sweat towels. I got one. You say.
I bought one too.
If it's hard to read on the bottom, it says it smells like warrants and suspended driver's license. It's at the Etsy store. They're cool.
It's backwards.
I have my camera mirror. That's why. I also find, you know what else is distracting? Is billboards on side the road that tells you that come eat at the lunch buffet at the local strip club. That's where I want to eat lunch at. That's just nasty. I mean, what do they sell? What do they got? Tuna salad on the buffet?
Babe,
you
I
like
already
some
made
vinegar
the
on your salad,
Yeah,
sir?
no, got some douche juice on it.
But you know what? Today is a perfect day because I had this conversation earlier on Facebook with some people. A day like today, all this rain, and you can't go down the interstate without seeing 24 cars driving with their hazard lights on.
I don't get it. I saw it too. It's like it's not that bad. It's just a sprinkle too.
Well, it's not only that, Peach Hawk. They've actually turned around and now they're trying to say, some individuals, that the thin blue line flag is now a symbol of racism. But these are also the exact same people that says we need to do away with the American flag. So to hell with them.
Yeah, I know it does that sometimes, Billy. Especially my cameras. I don't know why it's lagging.
Why am I missing what Billy says?
Because he's on YouTube and not Facebook.
Okay. Maybe that's why. Okay. JoJo.
Yeah, the Iceman's got to publish the tank tops.
Some wife beaters? I don't know. Anyway, that's
no, I'm going to order them.
Vince says, bullshit. I'm in Ohio, and that is such a crock of shit. Amen, Vince.
Yeah. All right. The next one.
JoJo, I find kangaroos fighting distracting. I like to watch it too much.
I want to climb in their pouch.
You're going to get your eyes scratched out.
I want to watch one hit Daniel.
Why? Why?
They don't really punch. They kick. They grab a hold of you with their hands.
I've seen them. I've seen some videos where they'll kick the fuck out of people.
They're like deer. Yeah. So who wants to talk about police reform?
That's me. It's my turn.
We'll let Daniel. Damn it.
Will you stop it? I'm going to mute your damn mic. You're going to get fired. You know, you're not getting your pay's being cut.
I'm getting my pay's already been cut. What are you talking about?
Let's see. This is Joe Biden is going to signs a police reform executive order on the 2-year anniversary of fentanyl Floyd's killing. President Joe Biden, the sniffer in chief, Sleepy Joe, the come sit on my laps, little children, is set to issue an executive order to revise the use of force policies for federal law enforcement on Wednesday. 2-year anniversary death of fentanyl Floyd at the hands of the Minneapolis police. Actually, it wasn't by the hands. They said it was by the knee.
By the knee.
Yeah. The order would require a review and modification of federal law enforcement policies, including restrictions on no-knock warrants and chokeholds. I believe most all agencies already have policies on chokeholds.
Yep.
That's been around forever. And they act like it's some big thing. No, we do not. You know, but I'm just saying it's
supposed to, but shit happens.
And would encourage local police agencies to adopt restrictions on those practices through awarding of grants, according to a person from here. So basically, trying to bribe police departments into doing this.
You do this, and
we'll give you money. Yeah.
Or you don't do this, and we won't give you any funding.
It will also include guidance on responding to mental health crisis and create a central database for officers' misconduct records according to the person who acts for anonymity.
It's an anonymity.
Yeah, because the plan hasn't publicly been released. Yeah, they want this national database on cops, you know. So now, Floyd's death, along with the deaths of several other people of color at the hands of law enforcement, sparked nationwide protests against racial injustice and police brutality. We know full well that an executive order cannot address America's policing crisis the same way Congress has the ability to, but we've got to do everything we can. The National Association of Advancement of Colored People President Derek Johnson said in a statement Tuesday, there's no better way to honor fentanyl Floyd's legacy. Why would you want to honor him? What the fuck did he I'm not going to go off on a rant. I'm just going to shut up. He didn't do shit for this country. He was a turd who unfortunately lost his life, okay? It's bad. He died. It's bad.
The bad thing is the officer went to jail.
But he did not. There's no honoring him. He was a piece of shit. Okay, sorry the man died. He's a piece of shit. I'm sorry. So I mean, I'm not going to honor him. I'm getting mad now.
Go put your cape on, then you can be super mad.
Yeah, Biden's executive order, which White House officials have been working on. White House officials, other people are working on it. This motherfucker don't know what's up and down. He probably has to wear Depends because he can't even remember not to get shit on himself, okay?
Yeah, Jared, they are pandering for votes. Well, soon you'll be able to see a picture of the Iceman with a politician.
I don't know. Not for me. I don't know. I don't know if they can put that shit out or not. But
No, they will.
I don't know where it'll be. I don't look at those news places anyway. But I'm getting mad, so I'm gonna stop reading that. He's signing a bunch of shit supposed to be abandoning chokeholds, which they're already illegal. In what? He's a fucktard.
It's yellow season, JoJo.
He's stupid. So, I'm gonna stop talking about it. Yeah, you're right. It's definitely midterms. It's definitely midterm.
And Pres Joe Obama.
Now I don't know why. I mean, I'm breathing okay. Maybe I was just so used to hearing me talk with a cold. I don't know. You're right.
Is it back to me?
President Joe Obama. Actually, I think it's the box.
Okay, let's see.
Y'all, this is a story. This is oh no, hold on. I got video. You can read about it, and then I'll play some of the video. This one's gonna piss people off too. If y'all haven't seen this video, or warning beforehand when I play this video, after he reads a little bit about it.
This is where we're sneaking the gun.
Yeah,
okay.
just kind of brief over it, and then I'm gonna play the body cam video. Just be forewarned. It's. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because it's long, but it's bad.
In Chicago, Chi-Town, new body cam video of a Chicago police shooting shows a suspect shooting at officers from the back seat of a patrol car. The incident happened in 2020 outside of a Chicago police station where officers arrested a wanted carjacking suspect.
I think I remember this one.
Police say they searched Lovell Jordan but missed a handgun in his pants. Video shows an officer opening the cruiser door to move Jordan to a holding cell. Jordan pulls a gun and fires at the officer at point-blank range. The officer is knocked down, then gets back up to return fire. Multiple shots can be heard in the video. According to ABC7, Jordan managed to move his handcuffed hands from behind his back to the front to grab the gun. More body cam video from the incident shows officers asking Jordan if he had any weapons on him. Officers did find the cell phone and drugs. The incident left some wondering how officers could have missed Jordan's gun during the search. Sean Larkin, a former police officer and News Nation contributor, said that the officer made a mistake, but the suspect chose to shoot.
Wait a minute. Wasn't
I'm
it,
surprised. I'm surprised
jumper?
this guy got his got his hands in front of him and stuff like that. Let me pull a video up.
Wasn't it bumper jumper that grabbed a hold of somebody's gun in their pants?
Yeah, but that wasn't a true gun.
Yeah, well, I know that, but maybe the guy's like, that's
before
my
you
fist,
do
that's
this,
my...
just so everybody knows, the gunfight left Jordan paralyzed and 3 officers wounded. 2 officers suffered minor injuries, but a 3rd officer was shot in the neck and shoulder. Then Jordan decided to remove himself from the gene pool back in April after he was sentenced to 31 years in prison.
Yeah. So I'm going to play it. Like I said, this whole video is 16 minutes long. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. I'm going to fast forward to certain parts of it. Like I said, if you're sensitive to blood and stuff, you might not want to watch it. So, of course, some of it don't have audio on it because it's the body cam don't start with audio right away. We should all know how that works by now. They're making their stop and stuff, so we can go fast forward a little bit. Whoops. Hold on. My bad. There we go. I can't put y'all's comments up on doing this. It jumps me back. All right. This was part of the shooting part. Let's get back over here. Or here. Here's where we're going. Part of the arrest.
Film this shit with a microwave.
No, here we go. This was during the shooting. Still, I'm trying to get to where they made their arrest on him before they transported him to the jail, which is going to start out here. They're making the arrest right here, and the audio will pick up in a second.
Yeah, because I figured if he's going to pull it, that right there would have been when he did it.
I say the audio's going to pick up. There it goes.
Yep. That's it.
You're fucking ballsy, I gotta tell you.
You don't even know yet, pal.
Wait. I got skin growth, sir. I got skin growth.
Okay. Don't worry about it. And what you got on you?
45, 30.
Why you reaching?
One in custody.
Why you reaching?
Send the wagon over here.
I don't care about the fucking weed. Any weapons on you? Why are you curling up your legs?
My phone in my left pocket. I got skin growth right there. Phone in her. This here, I got skin growth.
Send the wagon.
I'm taking my phone out. This is my phone.
All
It's not like
right,
that.
stay on the side.
Okay,
I got your phone. Don't worry about your phone. Stay on the side. Put him on the side. Put him on the side,
Lift
Vince.
me up, please.
I just checked you for weapons. I don't care about your phone or your
I have
weed.
no weapon, sir.
Okay.
Lift me up. I got skin growth. Lift me up.
You see how baggy the pants were between his legs right there?
Yeah.
Because his pants pulled down in that sagging shit.
Wait. Stop, folks.
Okay, get on your knee.
I'm about to not put cuffs in the front.
I can't put cuffs in the front. You'll be fine.
Get on your knee.
I can't get on my knees. I got
Get on your knees.
I got 30 reverse all on my legs and knees.
Okay. All right, stay on your side.
Hold on, wait, come on.
All right. It's over, okay? Don't play fucking games.
You can slow it down. We got it.
Put me in the
We
car.
got it. We got it.
Take the cuffs off, put it in the front, please.
I'm not putting cuffs in the front.
You got to, sir. I have medical. Look in the car. How much issue?
I'm not putting the cuffs in the front.
Look at my hand, sir. Look at my
Stay.
hand.
Saw your
Put.
hand.
Stay
We
put.
got it.
Stay put.
I don't see anybody searching him, do you?
No, but I'm
Nope.
still trying to figure out what is as baggy as those pants were and as far down as they were, and where they have him cuffed, and he's got a hoodie on it. That would make it pretty damn hard to get your hands around your legs. to
He
get 'em
noticed
in
he
the
had
front.
like some Under Armour type underwear
Underwear,
or
yeah.
some shit on like that.
I mean, what
So-
did he have his pants down around his ankles or something? I mean,
No.
Just
yeah,
chill.
Jared, that's correct.
You're gonna sit down in a second.
But you gotta realize, to me, when people start doing this shit, maybe I'm just paranoid. Been doing it long enough. When suspects or bad guys, they're constantly talking, doing this shit. To me, I feel like they're trying to distract me from something else.
Yeah.
So you got to be more vigilant because he's doing this because he's wanting to distract you.
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
something.
There's something he knows that there's something, and he doesn't want you to find it or get around it.
See what you got in your pockets. Stop reaching. I don't care about the weed. He got in the car. He tried to take off. What's wrong with you, man? Yeah. Right in front of us, man. Right in front of us. Put it in the car. What else you got?
What's that on that Chicago unit say on the bottom? Does it say this car carries no cash or something? I'm seeing some sticker on it. I don't know what the fuck it said.
It says something about fuel. 'Cause I was trying to read that shit too.
No idling in the parking lot.
Oh, wait, so.
Driver carries no cash.
He was resisting arrest, so just watch him. Just watch him.
Put cuffs in the front. Nope. I promise you
We're
I'm
not
gonna
putting
do
cuffs in the
bullshit.
front.
Hey, I'm gonna get you in the station. I'm gonna take them off. Look at my hand. This shit hurt. I got 30 burns everywhere. Okay.
I guess don't break the law. You won't have to worry about it.
It says we
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. You see what they just did? How you just put them in that car and just close the door. It was raining, of course, today, so I was in my unit. My unit, I had alternator problems. Obviously, that's what we figured out. My unit was in the shop. We have a fleet shop, and they were working on it. So I took a
pool car.
pool unit, and I was just out driving around in it. Well, the pool unit actually has a cage in it because my unit
You're
don't
right,
have a
Jared.
cage. My unit don't have a cage, because I'm a traffic cop. I happened to be in an area, just driving around. Well, I heard some of the detectives called out, said they needed a transport unit. I happened to be a mile away from it, so I went ahead and they were sending a road unit. I called the lieutenant and said, hey, I'm in a unit right now. It's got a cage. I'll grab it for you because y'all shorthanded. Leave you guy 10-8.
Being a team player.
Team player. So I go over there and Actually, I had heard the story about this and watched this video a little bit. So they handed me off this guy, parole violation, 18 years old, young kid, skinny. He was about my height, but he probably weighed 140 pounds. So fucking skinny, yeah. But when they handed him off to me, I researched him again.
Yep.
Myself, I patted him down really good.
You don't get in my unit unless I check you.
I damn near picked him up on the ground just checking his crotch for me thinking about some shit like this. No, I'm making sure, But, one of the guys kind of looked at me and said, hey, no offense to him, but I'm just going to recheck this guy, just for safety reasons. So, you got to do that. Don't think, if you don't worry about it.
Don't get complacent.
If you're going to upset another cop, well, I already searched him. Well, I appreciate it, but I'm going to search him again.
Well, that's what Jared had just said. Jared's like, that's one of the biggest problems is that you hand off guys and you think I searched him. I think you're going to search him.
But, the other guy, hell, let's say I searched him first. I'm not saying I didn't miss nothing. It can happen.
Easily.
So everybody's human. You can miss stuff. I've missed some dope in the pocket before that another guy got. I just didn't feel it, But my point is, I'm going off on a tangent. When they put him in this unit right here, something I've always done is when they put him in there, to keep them from getting their hands back in front of them, he didn't seatbelt them in.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, this is for your safety, just in case, when I'm transporting you. I click that seatbelt and cinch it up real tight, because that way it's going to be really hard for him to get his hands back up in front of him with that seatbelt and everything else on.
And you'll hear that seatbelt clang if he undoes it.
I noticed they didn't see. That's what I'm saying. They didn't seatbelt this guy in. I think
they just put him in there and shut the door.
They just put him in and shut the door. If they had seatbelted him in, it might have kept him from getting to that gun. Maybe.
I don't even know his name. You got his ID or something?
Yeah, I got it.
You're lucky you didn't shoot the driver.
I'm surprised. Maybe he. How's the guy?
Let's take a look here.
How the guy driving to the place didn't notice he got his hands in front of him?
Probably playing a radio.
At least they did.
Look at my hand. Look at my hand, sir. Look at my hand.
We saw your hand.
They did put him.
We got it.
At least they did put him in on passenger side.
Yeah.
I've seen some people put the bad guys directly behind you in your unit. I don't care if the cage is there or not. I don't want them directly behind me.
No.
So this is just another body camera.
Yeah, I was wondering maybe on the ground they could have showed.
This ain't okay. He checks his pockets, but you got to get in that crotch.
Get up in the crotch.
Don't be scared to grab yourself a big old handful of nuts or dick if you have to, because it might save your life.
But see, he's not even. He's just messing with the pocket. He's not even going to the front.
He didn't grab. Like I said, I'm not trying to Monday morning quarterback. You get complacent after doing it for a while. You just got to remember it's awkward.
I didn't see him even blade.
Was the gun in his pants, or did he have it?
No, they said it was in his crotch is where he had it hid. All right, we did this.
Big old wad of money.
All right, we go back. Here we go. They're at the jail now, I believe. This must be the jail area. I never. As soon as he opened that door, if you noticed, he got a gun in his face and he got shot. Watch.
Oh, it's lagging.
10-1 in the state. 10-1.
This is where it's going to get a little hard to watch now.
They should have aired that fucking car out.
I don't know how this guy survived. How they let this bad guy live.
Getting a 10-1 behind the 25th district. We got shots fired at the police. Got an officer down. 10-1. Every available unit. All units welcome to the 25th district. All available units got a 10-1 behind the 25th district. Shots still being fired. We getting shots still fired behind the 25th district. Got a 10-1. All available units are on their way. Where? All we're getting is behind the 25th.
Get your gun, buddy. Get back in the fight.
That's it.
Oh, he's hit hard.
Yeah.
Shot. I know you're shot.
We got someone ran into a side entrance. Shooting by the load drop. Poor guy.
There you go. Get back in the fight.
Oh, is that him or another officer?
No, that's the guy that got shot.
That was the first officer.
The one that got shot, yeah. Got shot in the neck, I believe.
Officer down. We need an ambulance.
So where's the perp?
Yeah, where's the son of a bitch at?
They start playing other body cam footage, and we don't have to watch it all over again. If y'all want to,
It sounds like they found him.
Yeah, I would.
if y'all want to watch the whole entire thing, it's on This Is Butter on YouTube. You can go.
Is that your new favorite YouTube channel?
They got a lot of police body cam video.
He likes the butter.
So I mean,
he puts the butter on his body.
Go check it out.
He actually turned me on to a new 3D print that as soon as it gets done, I'll go ahead and show you guys on the air.
You get turned on to a lot of things.
This is Cornhub.
But yeah, it's to me, it's chilling watching stuff like that. Dude, at least he did get up, got back in the fight. I mean, he got shot in the neck.
Took him a minute to calm the fuck down. Sometimes I get it.
Or he's letting that adrenaline kick dump in for,
dump.
because I'm sure it's very painful. So that's that one. I mean, did the suspect get paralyzed?
That's what it says.
Yeah, that's what it
He's
says.
paralyzed, and then when he
Then
was
offed
sentenced
himself.
in April, he offed himself.
Good. He did the world a favor. He can go play with.
I
play
honestly
with
like the
Satan.
fact that he had to suffer because he got turned into a quadriplegic.
Yeah. I hope he was wallowing in his own
Hey, you
shit.
know what I always say? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
So,
That's a fact.
all right, this next one.
This is California for you.
Yeah, this next one. You want to take it?
Me?
Yeah.
Open and read.
Brittany, that
Story.
YouTube channel is called This Is Butter.
Yeah, it really is. I thought he was
What it's
bullshit.
called, I'm not joking, it's called This Is Butter. And it's just body cam video after, Also, they have one called Police Activity that's got a lot of body cam footage on. But This Is Butter, I use it quite a bit.
He uses butter quite a bit.
The butter is delicious.
So is that strawberry lemonade whiskey you got over there.
Yeah, don't be looking at my strawberry. I am not I am alcohol free right now, everybody. I'm just letting you know. I just got flavored water in my cup. I am me and Bam are hitting a diet plan pretty fierce right now. I'm trying
I can take it with me.
I'm trying to bring
Isn't that right?
trying to bring Sexy
Yeah.
back, because Sexy doesn't has been on the back of a milk carton for a while.
Like, for
I
instance,
just want to try to lose some weight.
He's gonna
so-
have to change his logo because he says, instead of smile, the Iceman can be behind you. He wants to be sexy behind you.
Yeah, that's it.
no. Yeah, that's exactly what that means, Box.
Yeah,
See, so he wants to stop drinking,
I'm
so you
bringing
got to
that
help him by
strawberry lemonade
removing the
home with me
alcohol.
tonight.
No,
buddy.
alcohol don't go bad, so when I do start drinking again, I'll be about it.
It's always
I
a
don't know.
catch-22, damn it.
Did you got the story?
A father and two sons are facing charges for an incident in which they allegedly assaulted a suspect attempting to burglarize their family business. Oh, I don't give a shit what they did to him. Like, No,
It's
you try to
Cali,
break in
buddy.
my house, trespassers will be violated.
This is California.
The Kern County Sheriff's Office in Bakersfield, California, announced Monday that the family had been arrested after turning themselves in on May 3rd. The incident they now face charges for occurred in late April, with deputies being called to the scene on April 27th at around 3 a.m. local time, according to the news. John Sparks, 50, made a call reporting an attempted burglary at his business, Sparks Custom Pools. When deputies arrived, Sparks and his two sons, Brendan, 23, and Trenton, 20, showed them the suspect, who was lying near them in a parking lot with his hands zip-tied behind his back. Police took the suspect, whose name has not been released, into custody that night and transported him to the local hospital for treatment. The man had sustained significant injuries to his head and face during his alleged altercation with the Sparks family.
I can't feel sorry for him. He's stealing people's shit. Got what he deserved.
I always tell people the door was locked for your protection.
He got what he deserved.
Yeah. I mean, around here, there's so many, sexual predators that if you break in the wrong house, you might get freaking chained to a radiator.
I broke it.
Or they could just lie outside your place of business on a towel. And
That's normal, bro.
I was breaking into this store and next thing you know was I got ass raped.
They took a pool cue and had their way with me.
So detectives with the Sheriff's Office Crimes Against Persons Division took charge of the investigation. They determined, based on a report obtained by the news, that the suspect had entered a fenced yard on the business's premises and allegedly began taking items from an unlocked vehicle. John Sparks noticed this on security footage and began pursuing the suspect on foot. He eventually chased the suspect to another business where he confronted him with a gun. Detectives explained he fired a round towards the suspect. That's your first mistake.
Yep.
But anyway, I just lost my place. But the problem herein lies in the fact that, yes, he did defeat a locked perimeter, but that's only a misdemeanor. Whereas if you actually enter a business or a residence or a car, that is your personal castle. That's when you could shoot them, not when they run away. Yep. Don't shoot people that are running away.
That's right.
Well, anyway.
Later, Vince.
I think
Vince.
I think the bad guy got what the fuck he deserved, and these poor people do not need to be locked up.
Yeah, but see, that's
felony
old
charges.
School.
On felony charges. So, just not right. It's
what do they call that? Vigilante justice?
Like when somebody breaks into your house and they cut themselves and they turn around and see you.
Where's Charles Bronson when you need him?
Is he still alive?
I don't know.
From my cold dead hands.
Can you put that into your Did You Know? Did you know Charles Bronson's still alive?
This next story, I'm going to read it. Could have been a Louisiana crime one, but I threw it in here just because this woman is plumb nuts.
Yeah,
she died August 30th, 2003.
I've been dead a long time. A woman, Joe said he died. A woman stepped in front of oncoming traffic with her baby.
Poor baby.
A homeless woman was booked for attempted murder after she allegedly, that's that favorite word, allegedly, go get you an allegedly shirt out of the
I got one in every color.
She allegedly pushed a stroller onto a busy highway, nearly getting herself and the baby struck by oncoming car. The Baton Rouge Police Department said officers were called to Florida Boulevard, just west of Airline Highway, which I can tell you is a very busy intersection.
Yep, very.
Around 6 a.m. Saturday, after they received reports of a woman lying in the road with a baby on top of her. Paramedics and firefighters arrived before the police and found Rachel Miles, 31, pushing the stroller through traffic. First responders noted that one vehicle had to slam on its brakes to avoid hitting her and the baby. Workers tried to get Miles and the baby out of the roadway, but she refused and ran across the street. As she ran, authorities said that the child nearly fell out of the stroller and onto the roadway. Arrest documents, which described her as a homeless woman, said she assaulted multiple emergency personnel before officers arrived and placed her in handcuffs. Once at the parish jail, she refused to give her fingerprints or to be photographed. She was eventually booked on charges of attempted first-degree murder, aggravated obstruction of a highway, battery of emergency personnel, and misrepresentation during booking. It is not immediately clear who has custody of the baby. I'm pretty sure the baby is in state custody, and this woman's obviously got some real mental issues. And the scary part is somebody slept with her and had a kid, and then decided
she stole the baby
and decided to leave the kid with her. Okay, so
cracks whack.
Hopefully she never gets this child back and it gets adopted out to a good family, because this bitch be crazy.
It should be crazy.
It should be crazy. So she needs to go hide herself in the kangaroo pouch and see what happens.
Why you gonna wish that on a kangaroo, man?
I mean, I don't know. Kangaroos are crazy too. Ex JoJo, she tell you them kangaroos be crazy.
Cray.
All right, this next one I got. Why does Melissa Holstein's must have a fetish going on? She wants people to bite her. Keep the kangaroos out of it. This next one here is you want to brief over it? I got well, we don't have to brief over that one. I'll stand by. Got video of it also.
You have video?
Yes, we have a news story of it. Gonna bring it on up here.
All right. So while he's doing that,
here we go.
You gonna play it first? Or?
Yeah, I got it. Right I got it. Here we go.
What's he laughing at?
I don't know.
The two of you.
He's lost his mind.
Tonight on the 10 o'clock news, the man accused of beating a woman at a BP gas station in Arlington made his first court appearance today. Good evening to you. Kevin Williamson was arrested last night and charged with battery. We want to warn you, the video that you're about to see, it may be disturbing to you.
What's wrong with that dude's foot?
Inside the...
Huh?
I didn't see his foot.
Did you see the other guy's foot that's behind him?
No.
The camera was focused directly on this guy's feet, and he came walking around the corner, and his foot's at an angle.
Who knows? This is off
We're watching video of a video.
Yeah, a video. But I mean, I want to say one thing. I don't know what happened prior to this, but this dude's a piece of shit, because I don't care if this woman was rude to him or whatever, because what you about to see, this dude goes plumb fucking crazy on this woman, hitting her. Thank God he wasn't very strong or something, because they'll show her injuries in a little bit. But this dude, I mean, because you just don't hit women. I mean, she didn't attack. She didn't even attack him, and this dude went.
So she didn't. She was not an aggressor.
No, I mean, I think she. According to all of this, it said that all she asked was that he said some racial slurs or something outside to some other people, and he came inside to get more beer because he's most likely drunk, and he was standing real close to her. She just asked him if he could step back a little bit, which I don't like being in people's personal space, because I stay back because I don't want them in my personal space. So I can understand that. And
that's right,
he just
the sex
and he just went. This dude just went fucking watch.
Gas station at University Boulevard in Fort Caroline. You see a man repeatedly punching a woman, then walks away. The woman is 23-year-old Ramey McCoy, who says she heard Williamson using racist language before the attack. The police got a...
Thank God he wasn't strong. He knocked her head off.
So he hit her, 3 or 4 times?
Yeah, it was a couple left and right hooks.
Now he's being held on a $20,000 bond. News4Jax reporter Marilyn Parker is at the BP gas station with what to expect next in the case.
We've shown you this video from inside a BP gas station in Arlington. A man brutally beating a woman.
You know what gets me? This guy back here. You see him?
He's just standing there.
He's standing there. Why ain't he getting?
Oh, I'd have put that motherfucker in the chokehold.
Yeah, he would, especially that dude would. I'd have pulled him off of that woman. Period. Because this dude's just standing there looking. He's a pussy.
Away.
See, I kind of want to go back and see the guy's foot.
He walked up to a judge in his first appearance. JSO got a warrant to arrest 59-year-old Kevin Williamson. He's charged with battery, a misdemeanor. The attack happened on Monday. Williamson was booked into the jail Friday night.
Like he's got his legs
request that maybe you could lower my bond to nothing.
Yeah, you heard what this fucker asked?
Lower my bond to nothing.
Did you? He asked the judge to lower his bond to nothing.
Can't do that today.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
It's in Jacksonville, Florida,
Why
dude.
did this take so long for an arrest?
Attorney Randy Reep says it's a process, especially because police got a warrant.
Sometimes in the law, I can do it quick or I can do it right, but sometimes I can't do both. I'm not apologizing for the 4 days it takes, but I would tell you that's not outrageous in my experience.
Now that police confirm who they believe did this, we looked into who Williamson is. Court records show he's a registered sex offender. He had a repeat domestic violence injunction filed against him that was later dismissed.
Oh, so
there were two.
He's a fucking piece of shit is what he is.
Now,
complete piece of shit.
Holstera, how is the hate crime law written in Florida?
Oh, you're fucked. Because it automatically steps up to the feds.
Well, I don't, but I know they're trying to do hate crime, but
well, she's white, right?
No, she's a black woman. But I'm just saying, did he attack her because she was black, or did he just attack her because he's a fucking piece of shit? Period.
I think he just attacked her.
I think he attacked her because he's a piece of shit. No, personally, if he was making those racist statements outside towards other people, he probably is a big racist. But I don't know. I think he just attacked her because he's a piece of shit. But
yeah, I don't think you could charge him with a hate crime unless he was calling her that and then did it.
But like I said, I'm not defending him. I wish, if they can get the hate crime statute on him and put this bitch away for a long time, do it. Have at it. Put this motherfucker in prison.
Absolutely.
Because he's a piece of shit.
He'll get like 15 years out of it.
You think?
Yeah. Because I only know that because I've dealt with individuals down here that have been arrested for federal hate crimes.
Make it for 15
I don't know.
years.
Yeah, he's old. He's 59. I was going to say old, but look at him.
I mean, 15 years to him could be a life sentence.
Well, he's probably an alcoholic. He's probably going to go into DTs or something.
Both were dropped. One of them was with a deadly weapon.
So
now that there's been an arrest, some people are asking, where's the hate crime charge? McCoy says she heard Williamson making racist remarks outside this gas station and inside before the attack. JSO on the incident report wrote down that there was no hate crime.
I like her hair.
Attorney Randy Reep says the state attorney's office is going to decide.
What'd you say?
I like her hair.
I do too.
It's natural. That's why. That's
Pretty.
not. That's her real hair. So. But no, like I said, I'm
just jealous.
That charge or
you
not.
just want hair. That's
Reep
all.
says they'll interview witnesses, and in 2 to 3 weeks, the state attorney.
That first one, I'm surprised he didn't knock her out. She must have a good chin. 'Cause that first hit, he took her right on the jaw.
He popped her.
It pisses me off that guy in the background ain't done shit though.
His office will decide on the charges. He says not to be surprised if this case is bumped up to a felony. Now, when we spoke with McCoy earlier this week, she already said she wanted more than a battery charge and that she knew this is a hate crime. We reached out to her today for a follow-up, and we're waiting for a response. In Arlington, Marilyn Parker, Channel 4.
Here,
I don't know.
Had she received medical
The
attention, it
Northside
would have been
Coalition
upgraded
sent
to
down a
felony.
statement on behalf of the family of Ramey McCoy. It says, "We are relieved to know that this man was arrested for the sake of public safety. We are very
showed her
concerned
injuries.
that he
It
be kept
wasn't-
behind bars. We are hopeful
didn't
the state
require
attorney,
medical
Melissa
attention,
Nelson,
it
will
looked
ensure
like.
that this racially motivated attack is prosecuted as a hate crime and not merely as a simple battery or assault."
I'm really surprised she didn't fight back.
She was probably too stunned to fight back.
I mean, that first punch, that
good.
first one. If you look when he popped her, the first hit punch. I mean, he got her right on the jaw. I'm impressed that she didn't go down.
Why are we in the desert?
He was having Top Gun fantasies.
Anyway, that dude's a piece of shit, and he's obviously got some major issues towards just women. Period. It seems
So we have
like.
two.
So
Well, I'm not even considering Old Boy at the beginning for Hot Nuts, but these last two.
Well, I didn't put the Hot Nuts stuff on here, so we can do one. You just won't get the music. Because I didn't know if I wanted to do one or not with the whole kitty thing and stuff like that. So I didn't put one on. But if y'all want to vote for one, y'all can. I just don't have the music.
We don't need it.
I mean, I would think that this next guy is going to be the fucking Hot Nuts anyway. This is actually a throwback.
This next one's actually a revisit, like how do we want to?
Remember the stupid little teenage punks that had the tinted windows and they were pointing the gun at the officer's car?
This was the last time I was here.
Yeah,
Is it mine or Box?
No, it's you.
Go ahead.
Murder suspect indicted after social media video shows him pointing gun at Cleveland cop. Cleveland, Ohio, a suspect accused of pointing a gun at Cleveland police officers in a viral video posted to social media has been indicted on multiple charges in connection with the incident. Anthony Bonner, 23, was out on bond in connection with a murder charge when the incident occurred, according to WJW. What a fucking idiot. The
Cuyahoga.
Cuyahoga County.
Kind of like Tangipahoa.
Tangipahoa County Grand Jury subsequently indicted him on charges of improperly handling a firearm in a motor vehicle, having weapons under disability.
That's interesting.
Weapons under disability.
That's what it says.
What? That's a thing? Well, so you can't have a gun if you're disabled?
Did his gun have autism?
Yeah. Carrying concealed weapons. Well, it wasn't concealed. He definitely had it out.
Oh, yeah.
Aggravated burglary, receiving stolen property, and tampering with evidence.
Tampering with evidence.
They're using the pancake theory.
Yeah.
You know that. Yeah. They're just going to wait to see what sticks. The video, which was dated April 6th, showed two suspects pointing guns, 9mm handguns, at Cleveland police officers who was sitting in his marked patrol unit.
Okay, hey, it says loaded 9mm handguns.
Oh, it was loaded.
How do we know?
I don't know. Maybe he told him.
Maybe so.
That little, y'all see the Rottweiler in the picture? He's so cute. Anyway.
No. Anyway.
The video, which was the suspect laughed and waved the guns around from behind what appeared to be tinted glass. No shit. Because otherwise, the cop would have shot him.
Yep.
The officer seems to be unaware of the potential threat. This could have gone extremely bad because if the officer would have looked to the right and saw a gun pointed at him, he would have never seen it. They'd have had every right to draw their service weapon and fire. And they'd have every right, and then what would we hear? Why did they do that? Cleveland. Yeah, that's fucking true.
Amen.
Well, that cop might have been a little distracted. I think he might have been listening to MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast.
Probably so.
And if you're listening to us on duty, people, just pay attention while you're doing it.
He was probably mesmerized by Freebird's voice.
Or his nipples.
His nipples.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Freebird
if Freebird don't come back on soon, we're going to start calling him chicken in the can.
Can we call him Jail?
Oh.
We're going to call him chicken in the can.
Chicken of the sea.
Chicken of the sea.
Chicken of the sea. But anyway, I played that video. We did that one, and I'm glad they.
Yeah, I'm glad
they caught him. Look at this little sad face on him. Oh, I'm too sorry.
I didn't mean to do it.
I was on my way to church, and the gun slipped.
You know, I'm out on a murder charge already, and I just wanted to video myself pointing a gun at a police officer.
The gun just slipped. I didn't mean to point it. Oh, God. This next, we'll get our last story out the way. I'm glad I only put 9 stories up because I knew we were going to go long on the other one. This next one, this lady right here.
How did I get that one twice?
I probably sent it twice. This lovely lady right here. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hello, darling. Yeah. How are you?
How you doing? Do you like to check on your car's extended warranty?
Hang on. Where did she? Okay, Harris County, so that's the Houston area.
Is it?
Yep.
That's right.
I used to live over that way.
You lived in Texas for a little while. This is from Law and Crime. Dan Abrams production, which I'm not a big fan of Dan Abrams. It's kind of a liberal.
Anyway.
He's a leftist bitch.
Yeah. Fired Texas deputy used her. This is the fired Texas deputy right here.
That would be her.
That would be her. I think she's more Hispanic,
she's Hispanic
than Indian. Yeah.
I could see the Indian.
She could get a job at a call center.
Wow, I don't need that. Grunt trunks.
Fired Texas deputy used her boyfriend's department-issued taser to dry stun her 3 young boys. You can listen now, you little bastard. Now former deputy constable in Texas was arrested earlier this week for allegedly, that's our favorite word, go get you an allegedly shirt, using her stun gun on her 3 minor children, according to court documents obtained by Law and Crime. I cannot pronounce her first name whatsoever. It starts with an X, so we're going to call
Xavier.
Miss Ortiz.
Her last name is Ortiz, so her name is just Miss Ortiz. 34 years old, stands accused of 3 counts of felony injury to a child under the age of 15 years old, stated the allegations. The alleged victims are her 3 minor children, all boys ages 8, 11, and 12. We know one of her pastimes. And one of her pastimes would be
little fun
making
fact.
babies. Yeah.
Down here in Florida, We actually have case law about this.
What, you're not allowed to tase your kid?
No. So years ago, I'm talking, the early 2000s. So a disabled woman, it was the grandmother, okay, completely quadriplegic in one of those little mobility scooter chairs, and couldn't get up, couldn't do anything. Well, her daughter was a piece of shit and pretty much dropped all her kids off with grandma. Well, grandma kept wanting to discipline them, but of course they would just run away from her. So she actually bought the civilian version of the fucking taser. And she proceeded to tase the children as punishment. What did they do? They called 911. The officer arrested her, and in court, it was articulated that because she is unable to properly get up and put them over her knee to spank them, it was allowed. They dropped the charges.
To me, the tasing, it might hurt, but it's going to hurt a lot, not as long as a whipping would.
Well, I understand that, but that's why I was laughing the minute I heard exactly what she did.
Well, it says that the only reason that the complaint came to light is because the kids told the father, I guess the ex-husband.
Oh, yep, there you go.
And he brought the complaint forth. But apparently her boyfriend has also been fired from his department over the incident as well.
Well, because it was his equipment and he left it unattended.
Yep, exactly.
It's like if somebody takes your service weapon and shoots somebody, you're in deep shit.
I mean, that's kind of like why they have policies now of why you're not allowed to play with your taser. Because when
we're not allowed to play with anything.
No, but when you handcuff a fellow deputy to a pole, and the other deputies keep dry stunning the other deputies who's handcuffed to the pole and can't get away, it's a quite hilarious moment. All off duty, of course.
We've training. All done it.
But, I mean, he's still alive. He has no emotional scars from it. He stays away from strip clubs because I think he might have a little emotional distress around poles. But, but I mean, it was all good fun.
He used to tase crickets, cats, all kinds of shit.
Now the thing is, they can tell you, you're supposed to check it once a day when you go on duty.
Yeah, you're supposed to test fire it.
Yeah, I mean, you're just not supposed to test fire it on any other person.
I have test fired it on myself on a couple occasions.
Dumbass.
Hey,
Billy wants to know if they have found Precious yet. As far as we know,
she's up in New York.
We haven't checked recently. I guess we'll have to do that.
I'm sorry, Precious.
Don't know. I don't think they caught Precious. Precious is the most elusive dispatcher.
Was it Precious Johnson?
Ever. I think, I don't know. I don't know if it's Precious. But we checked before, and she was still on the run. Because she's in New Orleans. They're not looking for her ass.
What's up with Delicious Peters? They found him lately?
No. Mr. Peters is on the run. He is just call him Mr. Peters. Because if you don't know him personally and you call him Delicious, he might give you some of that Peter.
I'll tase it.
Can be no, you're not allowed to do that. Anyway, this lady right here, she dry stunned.
Precious Stevens.
Precious Stevens.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to check.
I'm not familiar with that.
That was before you came with it.
Oh.
Precious was a 911 operator in New Orleans.
Okay.
And she got fired. And
she prompted a whole series of episodes.
Yeah, she's got they put warrants out for her arrest, and then she disappeared because people would call 911 and she'd be like, "Yeah, I ain't got time for this shit," and hang up.
Oh.
And we did a whole skit on it. Ray, you say, 911, can I help you? Yeah, they shooting at me. They shoot. It's like, you better run, motherfucker. Click. We did
like the dispatcher up in Buffalo?
Yeah, that's why we thought maybe Precious was up in New York and got a job
she
up
might
there.
be working in Buffalo.
So, anyway, this lady, I mean, she dry stunned her kids a little bit. I mean, they didn't die. They probably deserved it. They're probably being little bastards, but she got charged. Don't dry stun your kids.
Don't dry stun your kids.
Especially if you're divorced.
Because exes are looking for a reason. Your exes are looking for a reason.
Tell me about it.
So that's it. Well, this is disgusting right here. Why did I scroll down? God, oh my. I just scrolled down and I don't know what this is. It looks like ticks on somebody or something, but it's bad. I don't need to look at it.
Oh, I hate those commercials.
It was like Yeah, and I don't know what this. Then we went from ticks to porn. So I have no idea. I mean, why would you put this?
She has been on the run
as an ad.
Since 9/2/21.
Somebody's crotch is on fire. That's not good. I have no idea. But yeah, she's still on the run there, Billy.
Holster's crotch is on
I
fire?
think she may be in Florida right now and
Pasco
holding
County?
holding up at Roy's house.
Roy's house?
Yeah. I know Roy hadn't been on for a while. I did speak to Roy on the phone recently, and Roy is actually in the process of moving to Louisiana.
Go ahead, Roy.
So he'll probably end up being on some now. But
Is he moving in with Freebird?
No, not moving with Freebird. He's got his own place.
Freebird throwing a party.
Yeah, she's still missing.
Yeah, that picture he's definitely got the hot nuts.
Yes,
people, if your nuts are hot, I would suggest you go to a doctor. I'm not a physician, but I don't think they're supposed to be
hot
burning
crotch.
up hot.
You got it right there, JoJo.
Oh, behave. All right, everybody. 'Cause I didn't put the hot nuts up here today. Let's
It's all right.
Well, I was doing all that stuff with these kids and stuff like that, and it just,
Well,
it struck a nerve.
I got something
with me.
about that I want to say, and
don't get us kicked off.
no, I'm not. But in order for law enforcement to do what they need to do in these schools, they have to have the backing of the school districts. You cannot expect to put a police officer or a retired officer or a retired military man or woman in a position in a school and then tell them, oh, no, you can't do that. That's not, we don't want you to do that. But when something serious happens, you want them in there. It's an all or none thing. Our job, we are trained to come in there and protect those kids. I gave 3 years of my life to my school, and I loved every one of those kids, and I would stand up for every one of those kids. I can guarantee you if it ever went down, I would be running towards it, not away from it, or not standing around with my thumb up my rear end. The officers that are in these schools have to have the backing of the school districts. They can't have a principal who's, no. You got to back these ladies and gentlemen because they're putting their lives on the line for your kids. You got to have their backs. That's just the end of the story.
We could do a whole episode on, the difference between
I think all the rules go out the window when you start hearing gunshots.
Well, with the poor SROs, man, a lot of these principals want you to do certain things or not doing certain things, and they don't realize that the SROs are not there to enforce school policy and procedures. I'm not there because the kid's pants are hanging down or he don't have the right belt or something on. The law enforcement officers there is to protect the kids, and if any physical real laws are broken. The problem is a lot of these school administrators think that that you work for them.
Yeah, and that's not the case.
And they don't. And then when you do your job, they want to. They don't want you to let you do your job because they don't want, if you bust kids in the bathroom with weed or vapes and stuff like that, they want to cover it. I'm not saying cover it up. They don't want that shit hitting the news media or making reports on.
Well, they don't want the
stuff
stats
because they don't want that stat on their school saying, "Oh, well, your school's a problem school now." So there's a lot of stuff that goes on in schools all over this country that does not get reported because these principals don't want that stat on their school. So, but we can, like I said, we can do a whole thing on that one. All right, everybody, that's good. We can do hot nuts tonight. We got these kids up here again.
Let's have a moment of silence for these families. How about that?
Okay.
Can do that.
All right. We like I said, keep those people in your especially the families especially for all these these poor children. None of these children deserved it. Any of these people.
No, and
deserved
definitely
it,
keep those responders in your that had to go into that scene.
Oh God, yeah.
Because they're gonna.
They're gonna have
one thing for the families to lose their kids, and I can't even imagine how that feels. But these responders going into that room and having to see what they saw in that room.
Well, they're going to see it. They're going to see it for the rest of their lives in nightmares. Yeah. So,
they said an hour before this happened, they were all doing like the honors ceremonies for like getting good grades and coming to school every day and stuff like that. So the families were at the school an hour before this happened. They just left, and this happened.
So
that's
keep them people in prayers, and let's hope that dude's in a nice hot place in hell somewhere, is boiling, and not sure what I'm going. Not gonna sure. Y'all come check out Liberty of Freedom Whiskey this weekend. Not sure if it's gonna be Friday or Saturday or Sunday. We never know when we're gonna go, but it will be. It will be this weekend. So
love every one of you.
Go like and subscribe to it. Go check out the Etsy store. Like and review. Share it with your friends, and
give us a 5-star, and we'll make sure. And
this weekend's episode with MOTORCOP, I'm not sure if we have a guest or not yet. We'll see what's going to go on. But y'all be safe. Watch your back and watch your partners back out there. Thanks for watching. And remember to smile, because Iceman could always be behind you. We're out. All right, clear.